Holocaust would make yesterday's atomic bomb look like a firecracker. Our own nation's stockpile of weaponry and guns and ammunition and bombs and missiles and nuclear warheads and planes and things and submarines and ships is enough to stagger our imagination. A war between this country and China. You ever taken a piece of wood and just burn it up? You go back and look, and there's nothing but ash. A war between this country and China. That is what the world would be, just ash. Would be no survivors. As they used to say, and some little jokes used to say, what to do in case of a plane crash, they would tell you, put your seatbelt on, put your head between your legs. Y'all know the rest, right? If there is a nuclear war between those two countries, that is what we would be doing. It would be goodbye. Yes, in these critical times, our global community seems to be on a path of destruction. And in times like these, from the national perspective, we face critical gaps between those who have and those who have not. Between the rich and the poor, middle class, America is rapidly decaying. Pretty soon, there would be no such thing as middle class America. The American dream would be preserved for a few, the 1%. The parable of the poor man, Lazarus, and his rich counterpart, Jairus, is being played out in America every day, while the spokespeople of Congress paints a picture. Stats report that there is a chicken in every pot of every thriving American. But the economic indicators say that these stats are not necessarily so. People don't only want a chicken in every pot, they want some biscuits to go with that chicken. The economy, yes, it has improved, but as we go grocery shopping, so $100 won't buy what it used to buy. Yes, there's a chicken in every pot, but if you look in the pot, you're not going to see breasts and thighs. You're going to see chicken feet and beets. Unemployment is at a straggling high for black Americans. The poor working class to buy medicine is getting hard for them. People spend their whole check just to buy the pills that they need to keep them going, and yet Congress wants to do away with the Affordable Health Care Act. As somebody said, Obamacare. In times like these, since our president has been elected, there seems to be that the racial divide in this country has raised its ugly head again. Somebody said that one day the South was going to rise again, and just because of the election of a mixed breed man, hatred has shown its ugly head. The moral majority has stopped and turned itself into the evangelical Christian church, spitting out, saying we are the Tea Party. Don't tread on me. Saying that I'm not my brother's keeper. I'm not trying to do a blanket indictment on no one group. But a country that's deeply rooted in a divide. One that took from the east and from the west and from the south. This country now has gone unchecked. And the pendulum that we thought was once swung back up, somebody put a latch on it, has been swinging again and again. And it's swinging in such a manner that centuries, decades of saying we shall overcome is being erased in a single moment. There is injustice in America, and it's more than one generation can deal with. Look at our youth. America's black youth, white youth. They're lost in their own anger. They're mad at the world. Listen to the music and you understand their frustration. Our youth are tired of watching mama and dad work their fingers to the bone and don't get much and don't get promotions, and when it seems like they're trying to climb the corporate ladder, they reach a glass ceiling and they can't go no further. We are tired of being poor. Poor inner city youth. He said, I'm fed up with education because all the education is not getting me nowhere. He says, I'm tired of being rejected. I'm tired of being racially profiled by the police. He said, I'm tired of being tired. It's going to take more than the month of February to erase some of the stuff that we have seen. It's going to take more than 40 acres and a mule to erase some of the things we have seen. It's going to take more than a check for $10,000 made out to the descendants of imprisoned slaves. It's going to take more. And my brothers and sisters, I stopped to tell you this morning, what it's going to take is L-O-V-E. Genuine, the kind that motivates brothers and sisters, black and white, to live in the same neighborhood. To not look for private schools because that school has gotten too black. To be able to sit down and go to church together. I stopped to tell you today that I don't want a declaration of apology from Congress. What I want is to see a church, God's body, sitting down loving one another, no matter what their gender preference may be. Then in times like these, for the moral perspective, we need a transplant, my brothers and sisters. All around us we see the wars of rape, the wars of incest, the wars of child abuse, the wars of pornography, the high divorce rate and the low majority rate. And they say that there's a new definition for marriage. They say marriage is what you do while waiting to get divorced. Our youth are lost in the world of drugs, in the world of illicit sex, AIDS still having a field day with the homosexual community, AIDS, HIV having a field day with the heterosexual community. Street corners are filled with pimps, pushers, and prostitutes. And I know you're saying, Reverend, I don't see any pimps on the street corner. Swing by the biggest church. Tell me if the pimp's name ain't on the front door. The world has taken the plunge into a no-holds-barred lifestyle